If any of your friends or participants, teammates haven't joined, please ask them to join fast. We will be starting in 5 minutes. And all of you turn on a video. We need your videos on so that we can make sure that nothing is going wrong. Okay, I don't think anybody else seems to be joining. All right, we'll start. Okay, welcome all of you to the quiz. It's called the One of the Fandoms, and right now we are organizing the prelims of the quiz. And if there are any of your teammates who are yet to join, please ask them right now to join because the quiz has started. All right, let's go to the 1 second. I'm figuring out how to. Okay, okay. Anyway, so basically, the instructions are that there are 20 questions, and there's no negatives for any question, and there's 5 star mark questions. So because there's no negatives, you can feel free to guess anything, and the star mark questions are specifically for tiebreakers. These tiebreakers are in multiples of 4. That is 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20 questions are star mark. That is, if there exists a tie that two teams have the same score, we'll use these questions as a tiebreaker of sorts. So whichever has answered this team will be at the top. So even if the tie persists even then, we'll use some kind of sudden death by calling you guys over and trying for an extra question just so that we can break the tie. So the main rule of the quiz is Quizmaster is God. If I say no to an answer, the answer is no, and nothing anybody says can go against that. And Googling is a big no-no, and it would result in disqualification. And if the punishments may also include walk of shame, bathing in river Styx, getting kissed by a Dementor, or being under Tsukuyomi. So, and the top 6 finalists will be called for a finals tomorrow. So, Ritvik, send the form. Have you sent the form?
One
Yes, I
sec.
want.
Many of you still haven't switched on the videos. I would like request all of you to switch it on now once, like before we start the quiz.
Yes, please. And the form has been sent by mail as well. Ritik will be sending the form again in this meeting. So keep a secondary device just to answer the questions in the form. Both teammates can open the form and keep, just so that if one teammate's phone has a problem and for some reason the form closes and the data is cleared, the other teammate can submit it at that time. It kind of holds as a backup. So both of you can fill accordingly. You can communicate using any service you want. You can use WhatsApp, you can use a Discord parallelly. Just make sure that you are unmuting at the right place. Like you shouldn't unmute at WebEx and screen the answer out loud as though you're talking to your teammate. Make sure that you're talking Discord only and not in WebEx this place. You can ask any doubts by unmuting here, or you can ask in the chat, and Ritik will be happy to answer them. Yeah, that's it. Ritik, should we start? Tell me when to start.
The form link has been sent in the chat.
All right.
Now the responses as well has been enabled. Like
Okay.
we are accepting responses, but around 4 people still haven't switched on the videos. Guys, like please switch it on, else it will result in negative consequences.
Yeah. And if anybody you know hasn't joined it, please ask them to join fast. Ritik, whenever you say, I'll start.
Do we wait for them to switch on? I
I
think we
think
can
we
just
can just
start.
start. They might have a network issue.
Yeah, guys. Okay,
All
cool.
right.
I think we have a new join also.
Okay.
Sammy, if you can have a just quick look at the instructions, we'll be starting the quiz now.
I'll
So
repeat the
we won't be
instructions one more time.
waiting.
So there's 20 questions in the quiz,
Okay.
and I'll be showing the questions as a PPT itself. And the form does not have any questions, it just has space to answer it. Please enter the form details properly because you'll be using that to communicate with you. And there's no negative, so you can guess whatever you want. You can literally have answers as 42 because it's the answer to everything and it works out really. It's fine, it's a random quiz. And there's 5 star mark questions, which are used for tiebreakers, which are multiples of 4. That is 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. All these are star marked, so they'll be used for tiebreakers. If a tie still persists, even after tiebreakers, sudden death will be used between the teams so that we can decide one of the winners and go for the finalists. Top 6 finalists will be called for the finals tomorrow. QM is God, which means Quizmaster is God, the person who's handling the quiz. That's me. If I decide that an answer is wrong, it's wrong, and that's it. You can't argue to that. And Googling is a big no-no, and you would actually be disqualified if it's found that you're Googled. All right, Ritik, we'll start.
Yeah, this is the last call for you to switch on your videos as well. If not, it will again lead to negative consequences. Yeah.
Yes. All
I
right.
think you can start,
All right.
Karthik.
So here comes the first question. Please keep your forms up. All right. So, the multiverse is a collection of alternate universes which share a universal hierarchy. So, there might be a large variety of universes which form a divergence, and these are basically also called alternate realities in other terms. But multiverse is something that exists in Marvel universe. If you have watched Marvel, there's a concept of multiverse that's very widely used. So, in this thing, every universe in this multiverse it has a numerical designation allotted in any kind of Marvel media. So, for example, we have Earth 616, which is the mainstream Marvel universe. It is where everything happens, that is, all major portion of the stories take place. Whereas Earth 1218 is apparently the Earth that we exist in. That is, there's no extra superpowers, it's just us normal humans. But for some reason, in Earth 1218, Earth 1999 is much more well known than Earth 616. How do we know Earth 1999 better? That's the question. I will stay on this question for about 15 to 30 seconds so that you can read the question again. Make sure to type your answers in cleanly in the form. All right. If nobody has any doubts, we'll be pushing on. Okay. So the second question is that 8 years before a release of a certain movie, that is 8 years before in 2002, a Donald Duck comic was released. This movie was somewhere released 8 years after 2002, basically. And this Donald Duck comic issue was called The Dream of a Lifetime. And there's a conversation between Donald and his uncle Scrooge, many believe that this movie that I'm talking about is inspired from this comic itself. So the question is which movie? The picture is in next slide. Please see the comic for a bit and understand what is being done, what is being talked about. Okay. I'll be going back to the question. So what I
Edwin.
want, huh?
Oh, Edwin.
Guys, please stay unmuted.
Uh,
Make sure to stay unmuted. One sec, Ritvik. I'll just make you co-host. You can
yeah,
take
yeah.
care of that.
Cool, cool.
All right, that's done. Okay, so this is the question that which is the movie, and this is the conversation that I showed. So you just have to guess which is the movie that was released 8 years after a comic. Okay, moving on to the next question. Nobody has a doubt? All right. Okay, so this question it talks about Bruce Wayne. So it is well known that Bruce Wayne's parents, the death of his parents, was what propelled him to become the vigilante we all know him to be. But in one of the very early version of the alternate universe, the Phantom Stranger offered Batman a chance to change history on Earth 5, an alternate universe, by preventing the death of his parents. Bruce was tormented about the moral and historical effects this could have, but his nature to prevent crime gave in, and he saved his parents from death in front of a young Bruce Wayne. This young Bruce Wayne, that is the Bruce Wayne in Earth 5, he grew up to still become Batman. What was said to be the inspiration or the push that gave Bruce Wayne on Earth 5 to become Batman? Because this is not how it went on in the real story. Does anybody have any doubts to this question or specifically what you want or something? I hope the question is clear. It's just asking that what's the inspiration for Bruce Wayne on Earth 5 to still become Batman, even though his parents are alive? Okay, I'll be moving on to the next question if nobody has any objections, or is somebody still reading? All right, moving on. Okay, this is a star mark question. It's question number 4. Make note of that. The star mark have also been marked in the form so that you know which is star marked and which is not when correcting later on. So there's a library, Duke Humphreys Library is the oldest room in the Bodleian Library at the University of Oxford. It houses collection of maps, music, Western manuscripts, and theology and art materials. It also served as a location where the library scenes in Harry Potter were shot. While shooting for certain scenes in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, however, Duke Humphreys Library had to make an exception to a 100-year-old rule to account for something that was very much required during the shooting of the scene. To this day, it remains the only exception ever made to this certain rule. Put funda, that is, just explain to me what is the rule that was broken by Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It was the only exception ever made to this rule. And yeah, anybody needs any clues? Anybody blocking clues to this? I'll be noticing the chat window as well if you're typing on that. Okay, does nobody really have any doubts to any questions so far? Okay, all right. So okay, clue please. So you can just focus on we're talking about a library and something basically shouldn't be done in a very big library because it's a very old thing. Something that's forbidden in the library, and also think about what would you need to shoot a scene. Just make a relation between what is a no-no in library and what you need for shooting a scene, and you kind of get your answer with that. All right, the next question. Okay, so one sec. Huh. So in a series called The Textbook, that is, oh, wait, what? Kiran? The previous question is it? We'll just roll back. We'll just roll back and you can check it out and I'll repeat it that time. So in the series called The Textbook by Suk Kuho, the two characters represented the power of childhood memories. The two characters in the image, two of these. In these books, Chulsu and Younghee reenact embarrassing or bizarre childhood memories. Although they are done in everyday settings, they are meant to bring back vivid nostalgia. The girl, actually, the person in the image, the girl who you see here, it actually inspired a certain character. Note that the character is in quotes because it's not, it's kind of a character in recent pop culture. The girl inspired a certain thing in recent pop culture. The thing it inspired is seen as creepy by many as it is set in a very, very dark theme and is supposed to be an abstract mascot of this piece of pop culture itself. That is, if you ever talk about this piece of pop culture, you would also think about this thing. So, what did Younghee inspire, given that this character can be seen also random other places for completely different reasons at heights of up to 10 feet only? And only recently, that is maybe about in last 2 months, given relation to this creepy mascot. So the girl is important in this picture, and the origins of this is with the textbook. This girl has inspired something recently. What is it? Without your answer for that, is there? Does anybody need any clues or blocking clues or even? Right? Nobody's asking for clues as well. So I think we'll go on with it. I'll stay on the question for a while so that you can read it again properly. Basically, we just need what it inspired. You can just explain what it inspired. It doesn't need to be an actual name. There won't be a very much real name. You can just explain. Okay. Anidita is blocking clues, so I won't go anymore. Um, yeah, her role would be enough. So you can just describe what this is, and series name just solidifies the guess completely. So you can go with that as well. All right, go into the next question. Okay. So originally known as the Ultimate, this creature was created during prehistoric Krypton. At one point, the Ultimate ended up on Earth, whereupon it went on a rampage in Midwestern America. Justice League member Booster Gold made a statement that the destruction it havocked resembled the arrival of Dash. The comment reached the broadcast media and led to the creature becoming known by its new name. Although the creature is actually known by the Ultimate, what is the popular name of this creature that we all know the creature as? Is anybody blocking clues for this? Okay. All right. All right. There's been a block. Okay. Pushing to the next question. If anybody has no issues with it. Okay. So this traditional Mongolian dress inspires a certain costume of certain character in one of the most important scenes in a certain movie. I want you to tell me what did it inspire? So this is the Mongolian dress. It's a very traditional Mongolian dress. It this this dress is very similar to what a certain character wears in a certain movie. The movie can just be a follow-up and solidifies the guess, but the character's name is important. So please tell me the character's name. Okay, there's a block to this clue as well. Okay, next question if everybody's done. All right. So this is a star mark question. It's a multiple of 4. So there's a gene and protein that separate your right brain from the left and determines that you have two eyes. And it is called dash dash. The gene's symbol is SHH. The name wasn't inspired directly by the game of this, but actually the comic book series. A British postdoctorate named Robert Riddle drew inspiration from a Dash comic. So here, please note that the first blank and the third blank used are the same word. Comic his 6-year-old daughter was reading. The gene appropriately has a spiky appearance, due to which the comparison was made to this character in famous comic or game. As I said, given that the first and third blank are the same word, fill in the blanks. Just give me, you can just fill in the blanks by giving the two terms, or you can give me the character's name. Both are equivalent. Any blocks, or should I try to give more clues? Okay, so more clues. Focus on the image mainly. The texture that it gives, the arrows actually represents the spiky pattern, and the blue color with the spikes should give you a very good direction to the whole answer. And also the SHH also should really help. Okay. Next question. Yeah, the character's name is enough. The character's name fills the blank as well. So that's all I want. Okay. So question number 9. Um, Barry Trotter is a parody of the Harry Potter series written by Michael Gerber. It is about Barry Trotter and his two friends, Lon Weasley and Hermione Granger, three students who study in the Hogwarts School for Wizardry and Witchcraft. Lord Voldemort's name was changed to Lord X, and X is very similar to the name of a huge US organization, and he fits this trope by selling magical goods to the Muddle world. IDX, and along with that, tell me what's the organization as well. Okay, so Barry Trotter is basically a parody, and as you can see, the Ron Weasley has turned into Lon Weasley. Hermione Granger has been turned into Hermione Granger, and Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is that now. Basically, what I'm asking you is Lord Voldemort's name in the same parody was changed to Lord X, and X, the word X that they gave to Lord Voldemort, has actually changed. Is very very similar to a very huge US organization, and Lord X fits this trope by selling magical goods. So tell me what is X and also what's the organization, given that it's similar, the names are similar. Anybody blocking close to this, or I don't think I need to say more. Okay, somebody is asking close. So think about how could you make Voldemort's name funnier by merging with a US organization? So when you think about Voldemort, if you try to make it shorter or maybe tell it faster, it sounds like another US organization which is really big in the name. So just make a mapping between Voldemort and some other organization and you will have your name itself. The X spelling is not important, but if X sounds like the organization and kind of makes sense, I'll be taking the whole thing. Don't worry about the spelling of X. It's okay. Just make sure that the pun has been like it's secured. So X is basically pun on the organization and Voldemort. Okay, next question. Okay. So this Southern California Logistics Airport is a public airport located in the city of Victorville in California. It spans a large area of 2,800 acres and is mainly used as a transitional facility for commercial aircraft. So the picture of this Southern California Logistics Airport is on the left. The thing is, this airport also came into very good use for a group of people in 2019 when they wanted to depict Oslo Airport, but actually couldn't use Oslo Airport because they couldn't reverse their actions in reality. What was this Southern California Logistics Airport used for? And like basically tell me why was it used for, or just give me the pop culture things name. So a bigger picture. So this is the same picture just enlarged. This is Southern California Logistics Airport, and it was used for something in 2019. For what? Is all I'm asking. Yeah, question is here. So I just want what was it used for? The Southern California Logistics Airport. All right. I if nobody wants clues or anything, I don't think. I think a few will want to block the clues. Blocking anybody? Okay, I will just go to the next question as it's not a really hard one. Okay, so question 11. So the series that I'll talk about is set in a very big city. And it's also is very, very colorful. The world is populated by a cast of anthropomorphic animals, mythological creatures, and humanoid beings. And each episode of this series follows the daily experiences of X accompanied by a pet hot dog in their life. Commonly, the program concentrates on X's experience with friends, acquaintances, and neighbors, and his patient methods of coping with or tolerating different situations and dilemmas, along with his thoroughly optimistic outlook on life. IDX. What is the X in this whole thing? Is all I'm asking. Does anybody need clues for this? Or should I block clues for this? It'll be nice if you guys are active on chat. Okay, Kiran V. Narayan asked clues. So focus on the fact that I'm talking about colorful and optimistic and anthropomorphic animals, mythological creatures. What series would have this? And yeah, and mainly I guess if I can't say anything whether it can be a TV show, it can be a series, it can be an anime, it can be a cartoon. And I'm not so I'm the question doesn't have that. The question shouldn't have that. I don't want it to have. Uh, okay. Aniruddha has blocked it, so I will not say anymore. Focus on the fact that it's colorful. That's it. It's right there. Okay, I'll go to the next question if everybody is done reading the question itself. Okay. This is a star mark question, multiple of 4. So, as originally conceived and presented in his early stories, Superman's powers were relatively limited. It consisted of superhuman strength that allowed him to lift a car over his head, run at amazing speeds, leap 1/8 of a mile, as well as an incredibly dense body structure that could be pierced by nothing less than an exploding artillery shell. While animating the Superman cartoon, however, the Fleischer brothers requested DC to change one of his abilities. What was the exact change in the ability, and why was it so? Why was the ability needed to change? Anybody blocking for this? Or do you want clues? Just tell me one of them. Okay, repeat. So As originally, Superman had four powers that they would primarily consist of. That is, he had superhuman strength, and he could run at amazing speeds. He could leap 1/8 of a mile, and also a very dense body structure that could be pierced by nothing less than a exploding artillery shell. This is the original Superman's powers. But while animating the Superman cartoons in 1940s, the Fleischer brothers requested DC to change one of his abilities. For what reason was this request done? And what was the change exactly? Give me two things. What is the change and what reason it is done? If you give me just the change, I will give you a half mark for this. Okay, I'll go to the next question. All right, question 13. In Dota 2, the game Dota 2, there are countless hero lines that are referenced to pop cultures. So one of the lines that I said is that when the wait, Kiran, also type in everyone's chat so that everybody knows that you're telling 1 second and all that. You want me to go to the previous question? I'll do a rollback later. Okay. So for now, question 13. Uh, so one pop culture reference is that when the hero Lion encounters another hero by the name of Witch Doctor in the game, he says, "Now all we need is a dash." So identify which famous series this is a reference to. And so there was a question that what should we answer for question 12? For question 12, you need to tell me what was the change and why the change was done for Superman's powers. I will have a rollback. That time you can look at the question again fully. Okay, so question 13. Uh, when the hero Lion encounters a witch doctor, he says, "Now all we need is a dash," as a nod to a certain pop culture, something in pop culture. You just need to tell me what this reference is to, like which famous series. And filling the blanks also kind of works, but fill in the blank, just the fill in the blank won't work. You need to give me fill in the blank, and also what is the famous series. But just famous series also will work to me. Like you can give me both of those answers, but not just the blank. You need to give me the famous series as well. Okay. Next question. If nobody has any objections, everything good. All right then. Next question. Question 14. Okay. So question 14. Uh, Tour guides in New York City started luring gullible tourists into Central Park by saying that X was shot at the Cherry Hill Top Fountain. This is Cherry Hill Top Fountain is whatever is in this image on the left. When in fact it was shot on the Warner Brothers lot. This led to increased media attention as many tourists started mistaking this landmark for the original set. Bigger images on the next slide. Basically, just tell me what is X in this question. So this is the image of the Cherry Hill Top Fountain. This was a place where tourists were lured into, thinking that this is where X was shot. Now, all I need you to tell me is what was X, basically, what was shot in this place, what was supposed to have been shot in this place, but actually isn't. And yeah, that is the question for thing. Just give me X in this question. Any doubts for this? Was I clear? Okay. Clues, huh? So the thing is, as much as look at the image, a very famous uh, you don't need the landmark name, Kiran. Anyway, going to the clues. You just need this. You just need the series name for the answer to this question. It doesn't matter. So not series name, rather pop culture reference name. That's the exact thing that I have to say. So this thing, as soon as you look at the image, this looks very similar to something that's very very famous in pop culture. So as soon as you look at this, it's just like, yeah, this is from this place. You know that. So just get the answer for that. That's X. Yeah, somebody has blocked. I will go to the next question. I don't think I need to say anymore. Okay. All right. Question number 15. So there's a certain bear trio from a very famous series that has been redrawn with inspiration drawn from a worldwide fandom. All right. So there's a bear trio, a certain one, and this bear trio, which is in this exact form that you see in the image, is actually redrawn so as to go and abide by the worldwide fandom. So there's basically two series associated with it. One with the bear trio and one that abides for the worldwide fandom. So another connect to both of these series is the fact that they both uh, maybe on independent times aired on Cartoon Network. So tell me, what are the two series that are referenced to in this one fan art? It's a bear trio that's originally there, and that bear trio in a certain pop culture has been redrawn with inspiration drawn from a worldwide fandom. Now, these both series have aired in Cartoon Network at one point. I want you to tell me both the series names. The two series that are in the fan art, like both of them separately, the Bear Trio one and also the newly inspiration drawn one. I want you to put both the names in the answer. Tell me both the series names, which are the two series. That's it. Cool. Everybody's got the question. Okay, going on to the next question. Yeah, if you give me just one series, I will give you half mark. So you can just give one of the series also. I'll just give you half mark for it. Both the series will get full points. All right, I'm going on to the next question. Okay, this is a star mark question. It's 16. So Yusaku Matsuda was a Japanese actor who was best known for roles in action films and a variety of television series in the 1970s, as well as a switch to a wider range of roles in the 1980s. His most remembered role on television was in Tante Monogatari, in which he starred as an unlikely private detective named Shunsaku Kudo, which inspired a character X in the anime Y. So, character X in the anime Y is kind of important. So, this character, right? This is the picture. This is Yusaku Matsuda, and how he was in this Tante Monogatari, this whole the way he looks here actually inspired a certain character X in a series Y. Going back to the description of Y, so Y is a very famous anime which is heavily influenced by music, with each episode title paying tribute to a band or style. So each episode is named after a famous band or genre. So, for example, episode 1 was Asteroid Blues, episode 5 was Ballad of Fallen Angels, a tribute to the Aerosmith song. Y's titles have similarly referenced the Stray Cats, Rolling Stones, Queen, Miles Davis, the heavy metal itself, Samba music, Herbie Hancock, and so many more. So Y is something that is heavily influenced by music itself. And this character X that is in the anime Y actually is inspired from this guy. Of course, the trivia on this guy isn't important in the question, but this is the guy who inspired X. And Y is an anime where X is from. So give me both X and Y. If you get X, you should get Y. So I won't say that if you give me X, how can you not give Y is what I would tell you. And in X will have a full name. You don't need to give me his full name. Give me just his like the most common name of his. It's fine. You don't need to give me the full name because you might not remember the full name as well. Clear? Anybody blocking clues? I mean, I can't give more clues to this, so I can't. This is a star mark question. If you get this, you can break ties with somebody else. And yes, you need to tell me his name and also the anime that is from. So giving you the picture again, the picture is very important. This guy inspired this character X. All right. Next question. Okay, so question number 17. This meme was actually not made until a movie's release in 2008, but after 10 years of the release, like literally a decade later of 2008, this meme started being done. So in Reddit, somebody posted an image with a caption saying, Africans when someone brings to starvation. So that is the caption to this earlier image. But then this scene itself became a big meme, and the meme is obtained from where the mentor gives the protagonist one last monologue under a peach tree to instill confidence to an unlikely hero. On popular social media platforms, people will often meme it in reference to someone who is about to die or someone who is going to do something or step up. Some just edit the subtitle through to match edit the subtitle to match the meme caption, focusing on the hilarity of Dash and his facial expression in the image. So you need to tell me who's the character in this meme that I talk about and what is the exact phrase that he says. If you're on social media enough, you have seen this meme. Anybody blocking clues? Okay, clues. Anybody blocks? Okay. So focus on the second paragraph. So the scene is from where some mentor gives the main protagonist, who's an unlikely hero, one last monologue. So the protagonist is and the unlikely hero are the same, and this mentor supposedly gives a speech under a peach tree. Why is the peach tree important? Why is the unlikely hero important? Think on these lines, and you might arrive at the answer. Okay, going to the next question. Okay, so there's a bridge that opens up every year on Dia de los Muertos and allows those who can cross it to visit their loved ones in the land of living. And there's a Spanish culture actually, which is also used in a certain animated movie, which is the excerpt I've taken picture from. So the magic only works if the person has their photo up in an ofrenda. This frictional concept was used by the animators of a film to represent proper Mexican culture. The idea was enhanced by using X to form a bridge, a flower which is extensively used in this festival. Tell me which flower. What is X basically? The image is important, and if you already know which is the flower that's very much used in this festival, then that's great. You already got the question, got the answer. All right. Moving on. Nobody seems to need clues or something. Okay. Next question. Okay. Oh, hold on. Yes. All right. Please see the question first. So it's a bridge made of X, and it this is for a bridge that crosses for somebody like visit their loved ones in the land of living. And this X actually was used because it's used very extensively in this certain festival called Dia de los Muertos. This was used in a certain animated movie, as can be seen in the picture. If you get the animated movie, you'll also get the answers immediately. So there's three ways. You either know the festival or the animated movie, or you can guess by the picture. Okay, moving on. Okay, question number 19. So, um, the X is the name of a metropolitan area surrounding Danville in the animated series Y. So X is a certain area, Y is a series. So X was founded by John Petey, who united the bi-state area with an adjacent area founded by Otto H, which is adjacent X. Otto H adjacent X unification day. That is, uh, okay. To explain better, the question kind of fails to do that. Uh, X was founded by John Petey, who united the bi-state area with an adjacent area founded by Otto H adjacent. X Unification Day is celebrated on July 15. Y is an American animated musical comedy television series produced by Disney Television Animation. Originally broadcast as a one episode preview on August 17, 2007, and again previewed on September 28, 2007. The series officially premiered on February 1, 2008 on Disney Channel, running until June 12, 2015. You need to give me X and Y. I think I will wait for a while here because I've got the feedback that I'm going faster. I will be a little bit slower when going back to when doing a rollback. Yeah, in 19, Y is the series name and X is the certain area that I'm talking about. If you give me Y, you should also know X, but you can answer one of them. That kind of works. You can guess off X, and but if you know Y, X will make a lot more sense. So ideally give both, but if you give one of them only, I will give you half points. Okay. Should I go to the next one? I hope everybody's done. Okay. The last question is also a star mark question. It's actually a video. So I'll do a rollback and play it at the end and play it about twice so that you can watch it again. I will do the rollback first and then we'll come back to 20th question. Um, let's do the rollback. So going back from till 19. So again, 19 for you guys to just look again and verify that your answer is what you should write. You should give me X and Y, where X is the name of the area and Y is the series, the animated series that I'm talking about. As it says, it's an American animated musical comedy. So you can kind of guess it from that, and X can be guessed by the paragraph in the first one. Okay, previous question. So this is a bridge that opens up every year on a certain festival in Spain, and it's believed that this bridge can let dead people cross to visit their loved ones in the land of living. For this bridge in the animated movie that I'm showing in this picture, they used X to form the bridge, which X is a flower. So which is this flower that's used to form the bridge, which is also used extensively in a certain festival? So you just need to give me X, which is the flower. Okay. Previous question. So this meme itself wasn't uh, that is, it wasn't made until a decade after the movie's release. So there was a movie released in 2008, and a meme was made from a still of this movie. And the second paragraph is kind of important. I want you to give me which is the character and what is the exact phrase he says in this meme. This should give you full points. If you forgot the name of the character for some reason, just give me the phrase. That also gives you half point. So you can feel free to guess. You'll know enough memes to try at least to guess the phrase. Okay, going to 16. So 16, it's a star mark question. So Yusaku Matsuda inspired a certain character X from Y. The character X looks like this. Like kind of like it's not exactly this, but he is inspired from this look. Y is a very famous anime that is heavily influenced by music. So most of the episode titles are itself are tributes to a band or style. So given if you know X, you will know Y. If you know Y, you will know X. So it's kind of interdependent. Yes, give me the character's name. Give me the character's name and also anime series name. Uh, the thing is X. You don't need to give me the full name. Just give me his name that is known in the anime. That is the one he's called very often. I don't need the full name exactly. Just give me like the first name that he's called by. That is okay. Yeah, all right. Uh, don't answer to me preferably or even on the chat. Okay. Anyway, so this is a bear trio, and this bear trio was redrawn with inspiration drawn from another worldwide fandom. The connect to this bear trio and the other worldwide fandom is that they both aired on Cartoon Network itself. Give me the two series which is given fan art of. So the one with the bear trio is one series, the one with the worldwide fandom is the other series. Give me both the series. Even giving one gives you half point. Moving on. This is a fountain. It's a cherry hilltop fountain, and tourists were actually lured here, telling that this is where something was shot, but actually this is not the place. So this is not the actual landmark. It was lured to be the landmark, and it looks a lot like that. So give me what is the exact thing that was mistaken to be this place. So give me X. That is something was shot here. What was shot? Okay, so there are a lot of hero lines in Dota 2 that reference pop culture. So when Lion meets Witch Doctor, he says, now all we need is a dash. So by filling the dash, you will know what series you are referring to. So give me this famous series. I don't need the dash only, I need the series itself. Okay, moving on again. A star marked question. So Superman had four powers as listed here. He can lift a car over his head, run at amazing speeds, leap 1/8 of a mile, as well as a very incredibly dense body structure. While animating Superman cartoon in the early 1940s, the Fleischer brothers told DC to change the abilities. What was the exact change made, and why was it actually made? I need both of the parts. One giving one part also, I'll accept. All right, moving on. So this is a series which is set in a very colorful world and a big city. Uh, Various animals, various creatures, humanoid beings, and it's basically about the daily experience of X with his pet dog. And yeah, so tell me what is X? Who is X? And that should be the answer. Okay, next, a previous question. So this is Southern California Logistics Airport, and this was used instead of Oslo Airport in 2019 for a certain reason. The certain reason basically they couldn't reverse their actions in reality in the true Oslo Airport, so they used this. What was it exactly used for? Does nobody have doubts on this question? Okay, I will move on. All right, so Barry Trotter is a parody of Harry Potter itself, and there's three characters that they listed whose names are altered to something more funnier. Just like that, Lord Voldemort's name was also altered to something funnier, and this funny name, Lord X, that is, you need to give me X. X is very similar to a name of a huge US organization, and Lord X fits this trope also by selling magical goods. So give me X, which is also similar to the name of the organization which I'm asking. So give me both organization and X. Giving just the organization, yeah, you can do that. But if you get the organization, please try to do a pun on Voldemort and X and give it to me. Okay, moving on. So this is a gene. The gene symbol is SHH and is called with two blanks, dash dash, and it has an appropriately spiky appearance, and it relates to a certain comic character that the person who named it inspired from. Which comic character? I mean, rather not which comic character, but thinking that it's from a comic character, fill in the blanks. That's it. Even which comic character really makes sense. It's the same thing. This is a star mark question as well. Okay. So this traditional Mongolian dress inspired the costume of certain character in one of the most important scenes in the movie. So you need to give me her name. You need to give me like the costume of which character's name was inspired from this, and yeah, that's all I would need. If you can support it with which movie as well, that also works. All right. So this creature called the Ultimate, um, he ended up doing a rampage on Earth, and due to a certain thing that they called as the arrival of Dash, this went to the media, and although he's called the Ultimate, there was another popular name that we all know the Ultimate as. What is this popular name of this creature? So somebody block clues for this. I won't go anymore. Just give me the popular name of this creature. Okay, moving on. So this there's two pictures here of these two characters who are very very well known for Korean children. And the left one, the left girl, it inspired a certain character. Like it's kind of a character. It's not really a character as in somebody who's there as a main character, but something that's there in recent pop culture. And this the certain thing that I'm talking about, it's actually really creepy, and as it's set in a very dark theme. And although this certain thing that's set in the dark theme, it is seen in random places. It has only become creepy due to the dark theme that it was recently set in. What am I talking about? That's it. Just give me the thing that you're supposed to talk about. It's blocked. So going with this. So this question talks about a library where a certain rule was broken, and so while shooting Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, when Harry Potter had to go to this library, they broke a certain 100-year-old rule, which was very strictly kept, and still date, the shooting of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was the only exception made to this rule. Um, Tell me what rule exactly I'm talking about. And somebody is asking for question number 6. I'll just go to that quick. Right. Question number 6 talks about an ultimate creature, the ultimate. I want you to give me what is the popular name of this creature. That's it. Going back. So this library has a certain rule that's been there for 100 years, and this rule was broken only because they had to shoot Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone. What was this rule that was only broken once? Okay, so it is well known that killing Bruce Wayne's parents was what propelled him to become Batman and all that. And the thing is, because of this, Bruce Wayne actually went to Earth 5, an alternate universe, and in that he saved the Bruce Wayne of Earth 5's parents from dying. And young Bruce Wayne actually saw Bruce Wayne protecting him, and because of that, uh, basically Bruce Wayne's parents never died in Earth 5. Even then, the Bruce Wayne on Earth 5 still became Batman. What was the inspiration for Bruce Wayne on Earth 5 to become Batman? Is the question. So just tell me how did he give me funda basically? Just tell me why Bruce Wayne on Earth 5 became Batman. Like put a sentence about that, and that should be good enough. Okay. And going with this is the comic that is talked about. It's a Donald Duck comic, and here they talk about something about aiming, something about I have never tried directing a dream before. So uh, this comic strip actually inspired something 8 years later. So this comic was released in 2002. 8 years later, some movie came out, which was apparently also inspired from. this. Like it's not actually inspired, but many believe that it is. So which movie? One last look at the comic. All right, moving on. And make sure to fill the answers in the form and don't give it to me. Like that's kind of stupid. Fill the things in the form. Only if you write in the form is when it's needed. And there's also one typo that I just noticed. It's not 90,999. It's supposed to be 1,99,999. Both these numbers. There's supposed to be an extra line. So there's Earth 616, which is the mainstream Marvel universe. Earth 1218 is apparently the Earth that we live in, and Earth 1,99,999 is is very well known in our Earth, that is Earth 1218. How do we know this Earth 1,99,999 is the question. So just explain that maybe in a sentence or maybe just one phrase, and it should be good enough. Okay, I will move on and go to the last question of the whole thing, which is also a star mark question. Okay, so in Jurassic Park, like the first movie of Jurassic Park, DNA, there's somebody called Mr. DNA. Mr. DNA was a goofy yet uncanny cartoon character designed to explain to Jurassic Park tourists who are assumed to be lawmen how InGen recreated the dinosaurs. What did Mr. DNA, this guy, inspire in a recent pop culture phenomenon sometime in June? I'll play the video. Can you tell me if you can see the video, Ritik? The audio is not important, just the video is important.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
visible.
animation.
You can.
Moving on to this. Going on to the little further, more important parts. Okay, I'll go back to the beginning, like the beginning parts of the video, so that you can watch it again. Basically, this video, Mr. DNS whole sequence is very similar to something in recent pop culture, and it actually inspired that. So I just want to tell me what is this recent pop culture phenomenon? I will be played again. This video will be played again. So that is the video of Mr. DNA, and that's how he looks. Mr. DNA inspired something indecent and clues are blocked, so I won't be saying anymore. And yeah, does anybody want me to play the video again? I can play one last time, or we can just end the quiz. And all right, so now that the quiz is ended, we'll end the quiz. The form will be closing in literally maybe 2 minutes. I will time it from here. What's the exact time? It's 5:11. So 5:13, you must submit it by 5:13. If you don't submit it by 5:13, your entry won't be counted. So please submit it by then. You should have been entering in two phones till now. So Ritvik, close it at 4:13, 5:13, bro.
Yeah, again, the link will be closed at 5:13 sharp. Uh, just submit off your answers right now. Do not keep it till the last minute.
Okay, it's 5:12. You barely have a minute left.
Guys, there are only 6 responses as of now. So please,
Please submit right now, otherwise your response won't be counted. No, the thing is, I will be showing answers right after this. I will do after everybody submits. I'll be doing I'll call out for all the answers. So you can see the answers. If you're not interested in the answers, I mean, you can leave. But yeah, don't leave the meeting if you don't want to see, if you want to see the answers of these questions. So it's 5:12. Submit it right now, or your response will not be counted. I'm repeating again and again.
okay,
Okay,
it's
it's 5:13.
5:13.
It's
I'll
closed.
be shutting down the responses.
Okay, I hope all of you are done with finishing it up. Ritik, form closed up.
Yeah, the form is closed.
Okay. All right. I'll be sharing.
You know what? You can actually unmute and ask them for answers. I mean, you can let
I
them
know,
ask.
I know. I want them to shout out answers when I show the answers. Please do that. It'll be a lot more fun. Because now that the form is submitted, it doesn't matter even if you shout out the answers. Okay.
Ambu, share your video, bro.
Yeah. One sec. Doing it, wait. Hey, how many responses did Ritik?
We received 10 responses.
Okay, all right. 10 should be there, I think. There's about 22 participants. Yeah, it makes sense.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 responses are recorded.
Okay. So going on, I mean, there's the same quiz instructions and everything is there. Okay, so this question, guys, what's the answer? I fixed the typo
Is
in
it
the question.
MCU?
MCU, yeah, it's MCU. So I fixed the typo in question and answer slide, but forgot to fix it in question slide. So I had to repeat it actually in the thing. So yeah, it's MCU as you said. Earth 9. Oh my God, I had to fix here also. But yeah, Earth 1,99,999 is the MCU itself, and we know it because people watch movies more than read the comics. That is it. I hope a lot of you got it right, and yeah, you can unmute and like get excited. Um, anyway, so question 2. What do you guys think this is? Like, it talks about
Inception.
something. Yeah, directing a dream is the big clue. Like in this comic, there's a directing dream. Until then, there's nothing else. Just this part of directing a dream, and the timeline 2010 gives you the answer. Inception by Christopher Nolan. And then the next question: what do you think this answer is? Basically, something inspired Batman and Bruce Wayne on Earth 5 to become Batman, although his parents were never killed. Why did he become? Any guesses?
Your answer.
Money.
Or I'll hold out.
Nope.
It's himself, no? It's Batman inspired him. Like
Yeah. Okay.
the Batman who came to
Okay.
save his parents.
Yeah. So basically, the Bruce Wayne of Earth 5 was inspired by the hero who saved his parents, which is Batman of Earth 1. And that's how it's kind of a twisted question that way. But yeah, this is the actual answer because he's, as it says, this young, his nature was to prevent crime and he saved his parents from death in front of young Bruce Wayne. So the Bruce Wayne of Earth 5 was actually inspired by the hero. Okay, and what about this answer? I think one of you blocked clues for this. Do you know the answer for this, guys? Anybody can shout out. It's okay.
Bringing fire to the library.
Yes, that's the rule. That's right. Why is it the rule? Like, of course, I don't want this the why in the answer, but why is it the actual rule? Why was it broken? Like, if you can tell me that about why was it actually broken when shooting? The rule is right.
Because they go to read that Nicholas Flamel's book, right?
Huh?
Go to find the philosopher, the stuff on the elixir, the stone, basically.
Basically, it took a lantern.
Yeah, fire lantern.
To
Yeah.
the Chamber
Yeah.
of
Oh, that.
Secrets.
Yeah. He just takes the fire lantern to the library, the restricted area,
Dude,
and basically
No,
taking
somebody
the
answered that already. Fire lantern.
yeah. Whoever answered
Yeah.
that should not take fire to the library, their answer is correct. I'll take that.
Yeah, correct.
But I was just asking the extra answer to it. So the reason is because he took the lantern to the library, and lantern carrying fire is like not allowed to the library. Because come on, it has old books. They don't want it to burn, and that's the only exception that they ever made. This one, I think one of you blocked clues, or two of you blocked clues. Can you tell
Squid
me the
Game.
answer?
Red light,
Squid.
green light girl.
Okay, perfect. That's the perfect answer. If you watch Squid Game, I guess you will get this instantly. So the fun part about this doll is apparently this doll was everywhere around, in many places around Korea randomly, but it only got creepy around red light, green light. After Squid Game came out, they started getting creeped out with this doll in real life. Until then, the doll just existed. So yeah. Okay. So this thing, anybody any guesses? What's the popular name for this creature that gives an arrival of Dash?
This is Doomsday, no?
Yeah, it's Doomsday. So
Yeah.
arrival of Dash,
The
the Dash
arrival of
actually
Doom.
becomes arrival of Doom. So because it gives Doom itself, it's Doomsday. Okay. And this traditional Mongolian dress, somebody blocked clues for this. I vividly remember.
The Mongol, the rise of Genghis Khan.
Oh no, dude. No, it's not that. It's not that.
This is Padme, no?
Yeah. Padme from Star Wars, the Phantom Menace. So this, as you can see, there's a similarity between these both dresses, right? The inspiration for Padme's dress was actually made from this dress. Okay, so this one, any guesses? Nobody blocked clues. They actually asked more
Nancy
clues
Drew.
for this. Hmm?
Nancy Drew.
No, it's not.
Sonic, right?
This is
Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic Hedgehog. That's the whole thing. This is the comic that apparently she was reading, and using this comic, they figured out that the spiky hair looks like the gene structure itself because the spikes and the blue hair stuff. Yeah. Any guesses to this? This is actually pretty funny question. What is X and what's the organization?
Walmart.
Moldy
Nice.
word.
Walmart.
Not moldy word.
It's actually Walmart. After Walmart.
Oh.
I mean, I won't mind the spelling of Walmart. Like, even if you give me some thing that hints towards Walmart's pun, that's okay. But the original spelling is apparently Walmart. It can also be spelled as Valumort. It's fine. That I'll take everything. But Walmart must be there if you're giving Walmart. Or you can just give me Walmart only, and without the Lord Walmart, it's fine. And this one, whoever watched this
Tenet?
movie would get it. Yeah, it's Tenet. If you watch the movie, this picture is a dead giveaway, I guess.
Tenet.
Yeah. And this one, anybody? Somebody blocked clues. I think Anindita or Akanksha, one of you guys blocked clues for this question. Okay. Yeah, as Abhishek has answered, it's Oswald. So it's just a very complicated, it's just Oswald described in the most complicated ways. That's it. It's just complicated Oswald description. All right. And this is what was the change to Superman and why was it done? You can unmute and answer, guys. Nobody? Anybody has any guesses at least? You can scream out the guesses, it's fine.
Is this flying?
Okay. Flying, why?
Because it's easier to draw.
Yes, it's because it's have ability to fly because it's easy to animate.
Uh,
So they changed the leap power to ability to fly because they can show a flying Superman much easier than, a leaping Superman. So this one, anybody has any guesses to this? You don't need to know Dota at all for this question, by the way. Dota doesn't even matter there. Narnia, yeah. Narnia, why?
the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yep, that's right. You just need to give me the reference. The blank is not really necessary. If you give me the blank also, that's great. I don't mind. And this one, the come on, the quiz was named after this. Guys, guesses. At least one of you will know already.
Friends.
Yes, yes. The quiz was named after this series itself. So yeah, if you give me Friends, it's enough. So whatever you see in the opening theme, right? This fountain. They thought this fountain was basically the same fountain, but it's really not. This one. Does anybody know both the series?
The bear and the we bear bears.
We Bear Bears and
The bears.
Come on.
no. We
Pokemon.
Bear Bears and Pokemon. Who has said Pokemon is right. So We Bear Bears are the three bears that you're right.
Yes, it's
These
from
three
Pokemon. Yes.
yeah, these three are Pokemon: Ursaring, Pangoro, and Beartic. Like they just redraw We Bear Bears logo to this. That's it.
I first thought it was Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, and then I'm like, probably not. The beard looked like ice beard, so I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
probably Articuno. And then I didn't find it. I now realize that it's Ursaring and has a ring in his
yeah. It's
tummy.
Ursaring, Pangoro, and Beartic. So Ursaring is from Sinnoh. Beartic, I think, is in
Johto.
Unova region. No, not in Johto. And
Well, Johto is
Pangoro is
older.
in Pangoro is in the next one, I think, after Unova.
Yeah.
And this one, any of you watch anime here? You should be a hardcore anime fan to actually get this one.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, and X. Why is Cowboy Bebop? Who is X?
Spike.
Yes, Spike. That's great. So it's Cowboy Bebop and Spike Spiegel. You can just give me Spike. That's what I keep saying. That don't give me the full name. Just give me Spike. It's all good because all of Cowboy Bebop is called as Spike only. Although his full name is only said, I think, once or twice in the series. Okay. And this meme. Anybody knows
Is this
which meme is this?
Uguay?
Yes, Uguay. And the phrase?
There are no accidents.
No.
Eh,
Not there are no accidents. Uguay is right.
No, Anandita put it on the chat. My time has come.
Yeah, it's basically my time has come.
it's the last scene where he turns into the peach.
Yeah. It's the last
the
one where he turns
petals.
into the petals, yeah.
Petals, yeah.
Just before saying he dies, no? That's what. It actually has a beautiful soundtrack, Uguay Sense.
Mm-hmm.
This one, the picture should actually give you the answer more than most of the stuff. What flower is X? Marigold. Yeah, Abhishek has answered marigold, and even Ankita. Yes, you're right. It's marigold.
Is it from Coco?
It's from Coco. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the picture is from also.
Yeah.
And this one, anybody knows? Okay, sure. Just anybody know this?
This is the tri-state area and Finis Four, no?
Yeah.
You
So
showed the answer.
the first paragraph is it's the whole funda for
Bi-state plus.
by state plus one more state, it basically becomes tri-state. Okay, and this one, anybody knows the answer to who is the inspiration for something like Mr. DNA gave an inspiration to something? What?
Miss Minutes.
Nice. Yes, Miss Minutes is the right answer. So yeah, that's our quiz, guys. Thank you so much for coming to this quiz. I hope you had as much fun as me making these questions, and like I made a few of them, and a few of them were from previous quizzes and all that of my own. So yeah, I hope you guys keep coming to further of our events, and yeah, I think the event ends now. I will stop the recording, and we will let you know and tell you the results, and also contact the finalists separately if you win, if you make it through the cut. Okay, bye bye.
Thanks, man. Good quiz.
Good night, boys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm glad it was fun. Thank you very much.